Welcome to Average J's Movies and TV, the place where you can find all you want to know about movies and television. Today, we take a look back at the final installment of the Rocky franchise. After over 15 years of the Italian stallion being out of the public eye, Sylvester Stallone came back once again for an epic revival. Get ready to go the distance as we take a look at 10 fascinating facts about Rocky Balboa. Number 1. A 6-year journey. Rocky V was released in 1990 to poor reviews, equally bad audience reaction, and diminishing box office returns. This put the franchise, who had 4 very successful prior outings, out of the public eye for a while. Sylvester Stallone knew that he couldn't let Rocky go out like that. In an interview with Jonathan Ross, Sylvester Stallone rated Rocky V as a 0 out of 10. In 1999, Sylvester Stallone began work on a 6th Rocky film. This proved to be very difficult due to how Rocky V turned out, along with the character being out of the limelight for a number of years. Stallone kept at it, but could not get the film green-lit for around 6 years. Getting this film made was similar to the first Rocky movie, but Stallone would not be denied. Number 2. Stallone as director. Sylvester Stallone does it all. He's an actor, a writer, and a director. However, Stallone has only directed one movie that he hasn't been the star of, which was a movie titled Staying Alive starring John Travolta, which was a sequel to Saturday Night Fever. After Rocky I, Stallone took over the director's chair for Rocky II, Rocky III, and Rocky IV, before handing the reins back to John Avildsen for Rocky V. For the Rocky comeback, Stallone decided to step back in as the director. Rocky Balboa would be the first film that Stallone directed since Rocky IV, which came out in 1985, approximately a 20-year gap since Stallone was a director. Number 3. Real boxing event. When production of the 6th Rocky film was ramping up, the studio and producers were looking for a good place to shoot the fight scene between Rocky Balboa and Mason Dixon, but were met with several issues as most arenas were booked. Sylvester Stallone thought outside the box here and was aware of an upcoming boxing event that would feature Bernard Hopkins versus Jermaine Taylor in Las Vegas. The movie would piggyback off of the event and film the fight with the real crowd that was there for the Hopkins-Taylor bout. Filming was completed at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, and the film used a real HBO format in the movie, unlike all of the other Rocky films, where it is just filmed in a normal cinematic fashion. This added to the authenticity of the project, and the fans in attendance were treated to quite a show. Number 4. No Apollo Creed. In Rocky I, Carl Weathers portrayed the heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Apollo Creed. Weathers would go on to reprise that role in Rocky II, Rocky III, and Rocky IV. The character of Apollo died in Rocky IV after a vicious beating from Ivan Drago. Apollo did not appear in Rocky V, but was supposed to make a brief appearance in this film, Rocky Balboa. According to Sylvester Stallone, Mr. T and Dolph Lundgren agreed to participate in the film for a small flashback montage, but Carl Weathers did not agree to be in it due to a money dispute. Therefore, there is no mention of Apollo Creed in the 6th Rocky film, and Apollo's likeness would not be used again until the spin-off film, Creed, starring Michael B. Jordan, came out. Number 5. Stallone's training. As discussed in previous videos, Sylvester Stallone really pushes limits to the extreme when it comes to his physique for Rocky. According to Stallone, his body fat percentage for the 3rd Rocky movie got all the way down to 2.8%. which is a testament to his dedication. Sylvester Stallone was born in 1946, which means when preparing for this role in Rocky Balboa, he was close to 60 years old and was not able to train the way he did when he was younger. Stallone adopted an old-school bodybuilding routine mixed with his boxing training for this film. The work put in clearly shows in the final product, as Stallone looks to be in great shape. Number 6. Little Marie. Jody Letizia, a Philadelphia native, played the role of Marie in the original Rocky film in a small role. Letizia was set to reprise her role as the character of Marie was set to return in Rocky V, after the Italian stallion lost all of his money and was forced to move back to his old neighborhood. But the scenes were ultimately cut. In this film, Marie plays a big role and Jodie Letizia was all set to return. However, the studio cast Geraldine Hughes in the role. Letizia stated that she was told she would be coming back for the movie and cleared her schedule to work on the film. Letizia filed a lawsuit for breach of contract as she lost out on other work to play the role. The matter was settled out of court. Number 7. The Rocky Statue. In Rocky III, the Italian stallion was honored with a statue outside of the Philadelphia Museum of Arts. This statue was commissioned for the film and stands at a whopping 9 feet tall. The statue was moved after the movie, as there were many who believed the statue wasn't art, but just a simple movie prop. The statue was moved away from the iconic steps at the museum. In this film, it is even brought into the script, as Paulie asked Rocky if he was mad because they took down his statue. After much fan support and the popularity of this movie, in 2006, the statue was moved back to the museum and was a big tourist attraction for the city. Number 8. The fight had to be filmed first, as discussed in our number 5 fascinating fact. Sylvester Stallone put in an incredible amount of work on the look of Rocky Balboa at an age of almost 60 years old. This type of shape is very difficult to maintain in any case, and Stallone wore many hats in this movie, as the writer, star, and director. In order for Stallone to focus on his directing duties for the film, the fight between Rocky Balboa and Mason Dixon was the first thing filmed. With the most physical part of his role completed first, Stallone could put all of his attention into directing the movie and making it into the instant classic that it turned out to be. Number 9. Real Punches. The role of Mason the Lion Dixon was played by Antonio Tarver, a real-life boxer. Stallone initially wanted Roy Jones Jr. to play the role but stated after several calls to Jones, he never returned any of his messages. Tarver got the role and did a fantastic job as the unpopular and untested heavyweight champion. Sylvester Stallone has been known for looking for realism in his films, and this one was no different. Stallone stated that no punch in the fight between Rocky and Dixon was pulled, and they were hitting each other for real. Both men took several hits from each other, with Tarver even saying that Stallone got dazed a couple of times. Tarver even revealed he hit Stallone so hard that he broke his knuckle and had to wear a soft cast for some time. Number 10. The Death of Rocky. Sylvester Stallone had previous plans to have the Italian stallion die in both Rocky III and in Rocky V, but plans ultimately changed. For Rocky V, the studio told the director John Avildsen that heroes like Rocky don't die. When Rocky Balboa was released in 2006, the conversation came back up as to if this was the end of Rocky. In the final scene of the movie, Rocky is visiting Adrian's grave as he is walking away. The shot focuses on flowers that Rocky left for his departed wife, and a blurry shot of Balboa in the background fades away. Upon the release of the film, there was a lot of assuming that this meant Rocky Balboa eventually died as well, without outright showing him passing. This was the final Rocky solo film, but Balboa was clearly still alive when he made his return in the spin-off film Creed, starring Michael B. Jordan, along with its follow-up sequel. Thank you for joining us. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on notifications to find out more fascinating facts about the world of movies and television. What was your favorite part of Rocky Balboa? Let us know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, check out 10 fascinating facts about the first 5 Rocky movies. I put links in the video description below. If you have a movie or TV show that you are interested in learning more about, please leave it in the comments section below. Thank you all, and be safe.